Evening peeps, evening cliche, how you doing? So we've got round 4, let me just get out of here. We've got round 4 of the CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup. What did I say, round 2 there? Stop it. Ah, okay, they've got it in race 2 settings. That's why it says R2 at the top. So we've got round 4 from Sardegna, Road Track C. I don't quite still know how to pronounce that. We have just got a little bit of a delay. One of the two of the guys have disappeared off to change liveries. It is Cancer Awareness today, Cancer Awareness Day tomorrow. So some of the guys have decided to chuck on some cancer research liveries. So we're just waiting for, here he is, Potter McPot to re-enter the room, just chucking on a livery himself. So, who have we got in the room tonight? I don't think there's going to be many. There was a few in the chat group saying they couldn't make it. Potter McPot just turning up. NGR Cuddles, Big Z, NGR Cutler, Pav 46, Don Dotter, and Zuzims. So only 7 on track. But this Sardegna, it is an open track. It's fast. There's only one real slow section. That's the first turn and the little complex after. The rest of it's quite fast and open. So the room name has been changed to NGR CHewitt Racing Mini Cooper Cup Pro FU to Cancer. Good. So we have done a few cancer charity events and things like that with Next Gen and a few of the other sim racing groups. Yeah, so only 7 drivers on track tonight. That's hopefully they can stick together and give us some good racing. So let's chuck ourselves on with frontman Zuzims. He does like his pink, so he's decided to pick the pink livery. If you've seen any of the other races Zuzims has done, he's always in a pink and purple shaded livery. Looks like Potter McPot's chosen the same livery as well. Great big FU cancer down the back of Potter's car. Smosh just there. He's got cancer research and everything else chucked down the side. Let's have a flick through, see what else we've got. Don Dotter. Okay, so no FU cancer livery for him. NGR Cutler's rocking one. Cuddles is rocking one. Big Z's rocking one. And Pav's rocking one. That's good to see. So I think it's only Don Dotter. Maybe he didn't get the memo. But he has got a great big Dark Smoker logo on the back of his car. And the front, so we've got to let him off. Right. So we are on the first of the hot laps. This is the tricky sort of semi-slow section. I haven't got a track map for this one. I'm doing all right, cliche. I'm doing all right, mate. I wasn't happy Friday night. I know you did your beer and smashing on Friday night. I may as well have done the same thing. I was hoping for good results at Nürburgring Nordschleife, and if I'd have kept it on track, god damn it, I would have done. Because I'm fast there. I'm just not consistent. I've not had enough time behind the wheel. So I wasn't happy Friday night with my racing. I've not been happy with my whole season with GTTCC. But that's another story. So we've got 15 minutes quali for you lot tonight. and then we dive into 2 races. First is a 15-minute race, no fuel or tyre wear on that one, medium tyres only. And then there'll be a few minutes break, and then a reverse grid race, same track. But then settings do change. I can't remember what tyre and fuel wear are. I'll pull those up later. But they do only start with about 70 litres of fuel, so it does make strategy more important for race 2. So we should have hot laps coming in then. So Potter McPart on a 101.0. Nearly a second quicker than nearest rival NGR Cutler. He's on a 102.0. Don Dotter running side by side with him with the 102.1. Cuddles on a 103.2. Didn't have a great race last week, Cuddles. I think he actually picked up a penalty. 113.0 for Susans currently. But I know what Susans is like. Well, if he keeps it on track. He likes to wait till the last couple of minutes, although he hasn't got the option of burning fuel off in this quali. That's what he likes to do usually. 111.2 then, so not a fast one. So Bigsy still sitting in the pits. Potter McPart gone quicker then. 1 minute dead 0.9. While we are just rolling round, just bring up the standings for you lot. So these are current standings after round 3. Potter McPart currently leading. He's had a good few races. There's a nice gap over second place Pav as well. 21 points. Pav in second. We've got NGR Cutler in 3rd position. Zuzim's in 4th. Bigsy in 5th. So quite tight from second place down to 5th, and then Scar Wars, bit of a gap back to Scar Wars, 53 points, 48 points, 7th place for Burnt Fry. Then we've got Cuddles on 42, Don Dotter on 37, and Conrad Racing, he's not appeared for the last couple of weeks, so he might well be out of this championship, but currently sitting in 10th. We just flick over to the bottom 2. So Milo Tyler, unfortunately his wheel has exploded, he can't even race. I'm not on Discord yet, Cliche, I still haven't sorted that out, mate. I still haven't sorted that out. No, I'm not on Discord. I do keep meaning to do it, but, you know, all the sort of spare time I get, I stay off the computers and the stuff. And then poor old TC Fredo at the back there. He's had a few issues with his internet, so unable to race. From what I gather, as I say, Milo Tyler, his wheel exploded in the week. He ended up going straight on into a wall at full tilt. I did wonder what had happened to him. It turns out his wheel died, so he's out currently until he gets that sorted out. Someone left the room. Oh no, he's back. So Potter McPart gone quicker then. 1 minute 0.8. Zuzim's 101.4. He's currently in 2nd. Cutler then gone quicker. Slight improvement, 101.5. 3rd place for him. Pav 46, 101.5 as well. It's not the Italian job, Pav. Don Dotter in 5th, 101.7. Running wide through that turn there. Looks like Cuddles is almost going to do the same, nearly. Yet to put a hot lap in yet, then Cuddles, Bigsy. Yeah, so possibly, oh, I left it on the wrong screens. It does actually say on here, John Burton received warning for blocking leaders, passing under blue flags right at the very bottom there. Let me take it off this screen. I was talking about all the racing going on, and you lot were looking at a blooming score sheet. Yeah, you've got me email, Cliche, you've got me email, sort me out, mate. No problem, dude, no problem. Yeah, Burnt Fries, he's half decent, I suppose. He's all right. I hope he's listening. So Potter McPart still putting in those consistent 1 minutes. hit that minute mark yet. Still on the 101s. Just coming in for a fresh set of non-worn out mediums for some reason. And maybe just waiting to get tucked in behind old Pav there. He just chucked himself over to the left-hand side of the track. Who's he letting through? NGR Cutler, he did let through. Yeah, Cutler not managed to break the minute mark. Only Potter McPot so far. Pav 46 has been a close rival for Potter for a lot of this season. Petrie, evening mate, how you doing? Cliches in here. Oh yeah, you've said hello. There you go. So still 101.4 for Don Dotter up into 5th. Cuddles on a 102.6. Big Z is still sitting this one out. So a big train of minis up the start finish straight. It's quite a long one, this one. So let's see if we can go on board for a lap with Potter McPot. We'll go bumper cam. So around the first turn, as I say, this is the sort of slowest section. It is still pretty quick though. So hard on the power down towards this semi-hard left-hander. Easy to run wide on the exit. You can see most guys sticking 2 wheels on the curb as they run out. And full speed down the hill. Try not to lose traction in this little mini. Full power back up the hill to this pretty much a hairpin. There's going to be some overtakes there, I can see it. Zuzim's taking different lines through that section. Let's stick with Potter, see what he's got as he comes across the line. So he's quicker again. 1 minute, 0.811. Zuzim's has bettered his time as well. He's got into the minute mark. He's on the a minute 0.888. Let's get out of that view. So Zuzim's benefiting from a nice tow down this first section. Potter McPot. Oh, Don Dotter's not going to be giving much of a tow now. Potter McPot's had to go off road to try and avoid him. So we're going off for Don Dotter on that lap. He has pushed himself up into 3rd with that time, 101.1. Pushes Cutler down then, he's on a 101.187. Pav on a 101.2. So not a lot in it. Cuddles on a 102.6. Bigsy is out of the pits now. Yet to do a hot lap. His out lap's 11 minutes, but most of that was pit time for him. So Potter McPot still leading the 7 drivers. Only 3.5 minutes remaining of this quali. Potter's got a little purple sector there. Only 3,000ths quicker, but quicker nonetheless. I think Zuzim's has gone quicker as well. I'll just check his lap in a second. So has Potter gone quicker? So if you're wondering why it's all covered in cancer liveries and cancer research liveries and things like that, it is Cancer Awareness Day tomorrow. We have been involved in 1 or 2 cancer events with Next Gen, MRC, etc. So, Potter running himself a bit wide there. And being as it's Cancer Awareness Day, some of the lads thought they'd chuck the old liveries on the cars, so good on them. So just 2.5 minutes left of quali. So Zuzims, yes, he did go quicker, 1 minute point 857. So closing in on Potter. Dondotta still in that third position. Cutler's not managed to improve on his lap yet. Neither has Pav. Cuddles has slightly 102.4, but still 6th position, and Bigsy only a 115.0 currently. Nice one, Petri. Just chilling in bed. So 2 minutes remaining. As I say, first race is no fuel, no tyres, medium tyres only, 15-minute race. So about 15 laps then. Oh, Potter McPot getting it all wrong through there. Susan's running a little bit wide on the exit. He puts in another 1 minute, but 1 minute 8. It's a bit slower than his fastest. Cutler's not managed to go any quicker. Pav's done a 1:01.2 then, still not managed to better that. Maybe quicker in the race then, Pav. So just 30 seconds left. As Bigsy managed to improve. It was a 1:18 on that last lap. What's this one? It's going to be better. 1:02.8 is his fastest. Still 7th position though. So that is it. The 15-minute qualifying time is over. I think it's all down to host discretion how long they give. But Cuddle's already saying race started, so he's just going to find the right setting and press the button. And we'll kick off into race 1 for you guys tonight. So there you go. Race been started. Bigsy's still tearing around, just trying to get those practice laps in. So Potter McPot takes pole position, Zuzim second, Dondotta third, Cutler in fourth, Pav in fifth, Cuddles in sixth, and Bigsy in seventh. So we'll just stick with them. Revs going up. I'm going to get a bit excited down this first straight. And they're off. That's a good start by all drivers. Who's that at the back making a bit of a sneak through? Is that Bigsy making a bit of a run? That's Cuddles. Potter McPot then leading them. Dondotta's got a good run on Zuzims. If he keeps that line, he might just be able to get that second position off of Zuzims. Zuzim's just running around the outside. So Potter McPot into P1. Zuzim's pressuring him for that P1 position. He's got the inside line into this next turn as well. Who's got the metal to hold it out through here? Zuzims, but Potter's got a good run. Zuzims did run it wide. Potter's gone for a dive down the inside into that open chicane, taking first place back off Zuzims then as they head back up the hill towards the hairpin. Let's get the gubbins on for you lot. That's what I want. So Potter McPot leads us around on lap 1 then. Zuzim's right on his tail, 0.3 of a second back. Pav 46, yeah, he's got up into third. So he's a good race. He was in 5th. Pushed 2 places up. Pushed Dondotta and Bigsy down a spot. Dondotta not doing too bad, still bolted onto the back of the first three. We've got a little bit of a gap back to NGR Bigsy, 1.5 seconds back, so he started at the back of the pack. He's doing all right currently. Cutler unfortunately started 4th, now down in 6th position. But he's got a good run on Bigsy there. Takes that position off him, up into 5th position then for Cutler. Bigsy down in 6th, and Cuddles 2 seconds back in 7th position. So back up to this battle at the front. Pot still leading them. Pav 46 going for a move down the inside of Zuzims. Change camera, damn it. Not managing to get that position held. Zuzims just managing to keep his nose in front. So Don Dotter put the fastest lap of the race in. 101.093 currently. It is only lap 3. Plenty more to go. So the top 4 making a bit of a break now from the guys behind. Pot and Zuzims in the pink liveried cancer research cars, just managing to pull away from Pav a little bit. Pav's run himself a bit wide through that turn as well. Not compromised him too much. Don Dotter's not managed to make anything of it. Closing him down as they come back up the hill though. You see a late lunge into the hairpin. Don't do. Pav 46 going for another move on Zuzims. So that was a fair move by Pav. Zuzims did leave the door open and just pull back into his line. Unfortunately, a bit of contact between them. No damage for Pav. He's holding 1 second penalty though. He's got to lose that and try and keep the position from Don. Don's going for a move down the inside. No, he's not. Just dropping off his penalty. I thought Don Dotter was going to go for that one. So we've got 3 seconds, 3.1 seconds back to 5th place NGR Cutler then. So he's still towing around Bigsy after just getting past him a lap or 2 ago. Cuddles now 2.9 seconds back and running wide into the wall as well for Cuddles. So not having a great race in race 1. Zuzims going for a move. What's happened to Potomac Pot? He's down in 4th. Oh, I've missed that. Potomac Pot was leading this race, now down in 5th position, just being overtaken by NGR Cutler. So possibly just got it wrong running down the hill through the fast open chicane. These minis are a little bit twitchy. He's looking to get back into the fight early, putting it on NGR Cutler already. Not quite in the right position for that one. So gifts Zuzims the lead currently. Pav 46 is still bolted onto his bumper though. Don Dotter is now 1 second back. So to stick with him, he should be able to get a bit of a tow, which will assist him closing that gap. So Cutler still battling it out with Potter as they head down the hill. Cutler just catching the wall. They were running side by side through that. Plenty of space given. That just puts Cutler under a bit of pressure from Bigsy now. He's having to defend from Bigsy around this last turn. So Potter then back up into 4th. But now 3.1 seconds off the top 3. Closing that gap on Potter then due to the slipstream, again dragging Bigsy with him. So Potter not out of the woods just yet. And poor old Cuddles, he's now 8 seconds back. Having a bit of a tough one tonight then, Cuddles. So Don Dotter's managed to close the gap on Pav by the look of it. Yeah, he's got that down to 0.7 of a second. That's coming down more as well. Pav again looking down the inside of that hairpin. Oh, massive load of glitching from Don Dotter there. The Potomac Pot now 2.9 seconds back, so slowly closing the gap on the guys in front. He's still got Cutler and Bigsy pretty close behind him. Cutler just putting in fastest lap of the race there with a 1 minute point 9 as well. Cuddle's just losing more time in this race. So top three still at it. Don Dotto, oh, yeah, still got some big glitching coming from Don. Hope that doesn't affect anyone's race if he gets involved in a bit of a punch-up with these guys in front. Pav looking very dangerous now. He's back on that inside line, but still not quite able to get a nose in front of Zuzims and get the power down and keep in front of him. Pot slowly closing in on Don Dotter, 2.3 seconds. He's got 2.4 now. So he's only got 7.5 minutes to do it. It's going to be a tall order for Potter McPot to get back into the podium positions in this race, unless we have a mistake or two from the drivers in front. It's starting to get a bit close again. Oh, Zuzims has run himself wide. That's gifted Pav the lead. Don Dotter snuck past him as well. So Zuzims losing all his time there, back down into third position. He's going to be slow as well. Potter McPot coming at full race pace with Cutler behind him. So just half a second between Zuzims and Potter. 1.3 of a second now. So it's back on for podium positions for Potter. I did just say it would take a mistake. And there it was. Zuzims just running that left-hand turn a little bit wide. So Potter McPot getting a good toe up this straight. So they are side by side as they come into this first turn. Potter McPot has snuck through, taking that third position. He's not though. He's just had to brake a bit harsh to stop himself running wide. Zuzims has snuck round on the apex. Now Potter McPot, due to that mistake, is coming under pressure from NGR Cutler. Cutler's now side by side with Potter as he runs through this awkward left-hander. No one running off track this time, so Potter McPot pushed down another place, down into 5th. He'll be spitting in his helmet, I can guarantee you that. 6th place, Bigsy then, big gap back to him, 9.3 seconds. And still 8 seconds back to Cuddles at the back. So, Pav takes the lead of this race. He's got Don Dotter 0.3 of a second back. Don's pretty dangerous in these minis. He's had some good results. Now Zuzims slowly closing them in, 2 seconds back. Potter McPot bolted onto the back end of NGR Cutler, looking to make a move as soon as possible. Thought about it, he did think about it. A little dab of the brake through there, keep him on track. Cutler putting in purple sectors. Potter McPot taking tighter lines. It's going to give him a good run up the hill. So Cutler's gone defensive. Can Potter McPot get the cut back on him? Not quite. Cutler's going defensive. Potter's going to have a good run on him though. Just took it back in the slipstream, trying to get a little bit more pull. And again, dives into this first turn, taking that position back off NGR Cutler. Again, he's run himself wide though as Potter. Lost all that time to Cutler. He's now slow. Going to take him a while to get back up to race pace. Let's go and see what's happening at the front. Pav still leading. Managed to extend a little bit over Don Dotter. Putting in purple sectors as well is Pav. And Potter McPot is current fastest lap holder with a 1 minute point 904. Let's see if Pav has got fastest lap with this one. As I say, he was putting in purple sectors. Don Dotter's looking very dangerous down here. He's less than 0.3 of a second back. It's a quarter of a second now. Not quite fastest lap for Pav then. I think he struggles with that last turn. But he's having to go super defensive into turn 1. Dotter decided not to go for it that time. He may well have done what Potter did. Just thrown himself into the sand trap. So 12 minutes in, and this 15-minute race should give us about 3 laps. Some more purple sectors from Pav, who does like that first section. As I say, I think it's just this hairpin he struggles with at the top of the hill. He's got a little bit of breathing room, maybe not having to go quite so tight. Give him a better run out. Yeah, he's again just losing a bit of time to Don Dotter in second. Zuzims is slowly closing in on him, but I still think he's a little bit too far back to make a move before the end of this race. So NGR Cutler 4th, then Potter McPot now 2.7 seconds back from Cutler. Not a lot to worry about from Potter behind. He's got 14.8 seconds back to Bigsy, and the 6.7 back to NGR Cuddles. So here's where the action is between Pav and Don. Still Zuzims. Yeah, again, he is closing in, but not quick enough. Only 2 minutes left of this race. Pav keeps his nerve, which, oh, I didn't think he did. He's not. He's run himself wide, so lost that mini coming through there. Under braking, it just all went a bit squirrely for him. Chucked himself over to the right onto the dirt, and that allows Don Dotter to just run through and take first position. He's got a big old gap back to Zuzims, 1.8 seconds. We are only going to get another 2 laps out of this race. So Pav unfortunately down in 3rd position. He's in a good place to try and get that position back off of Zuzims. But far too far back without a mistake from Don Dotter now to get back into the lead. These laps only being a minute. Again, still putting in purple sectors, Pav, so fighting to the end. Going to see another move down the inside on Pav. Again, just not quite able to get the power out, I don't think. So Potter McPotter's closed the gap in on NGR Cutler. So we have only got 30 seconds left. These guys will cross the line to get another lap in. Potter McPot putting in another fastest lap of the race. Bigsy, I don't know if he's going to get across the line or not. He probably will. I don't know if Cuddles will though. 10 seconds remaining. So Don Dotter gifted P1 position currently. That's it. We are over the 15-minute mark. This will turn into final lap. It does do. So Pav 46 still putting pressure on Zuzims for that 2nd position. It's this turn or nothing now for Pav. Again, just unable to get the power down. Oh, he is running side by side with Zuzims coming out of there. It could be on. I think Zuzims has just got the extra power there. So Don Dotter then comes home in 1st place. Good race. Zuzims 2nd, Pav 3rd, NGR Cutler 4th, Potter in 5th. Bigsy is going to come home 5th, and NGR Cuddles has already crossed the line. Hunty, evening mate, how you doing? How's your lobby doing, brother? We're just waiting for Bigsy to come across the line then. And there it is. Race 1 of 2 for you guys tonight. There's your standings, not your standings, your positions for race 1. Don Dotter then taking the win. He'll be happy with that. I can imagine a chat group or 2 is going to explode with him It's coming. I guarantee it's coming. Yeah, it's been alright. Bit empty. A bit empty. There's only 7 drivers in it, Hunty, but you know, it still be some good racing. It's a shame, really. It's always good when there's more cars on track. You know that. So we have got a bit of a break while we have drinks and ciggies and things like that, and then we jump into race 2. So let me pull that up. So we have got people trying to race from hotel rooms tonight. They don't want to miss out on the championship, and they're away with work, so they've taken PlayStations, games, pads, wired themselves into hotel internet connections, fired themselves up into the nearest TV. On track tonight, not in this lobby I don't think, but in the Pro-Am lobby for certain. So race 2 then. Okay. So it's a reverse grid of race 1. That's going to shake things up a little bit. Tyre wear is on times 10, fuel is on times 8. They start with 70 litres of fuel. There is actually 2 lobbies running tonight, so Hunty the Punty, the man himself in the chat there, he's got the Pro-Am lobby rolling on his channel, so go check out Hunty the Punty if you want to see the Pro-Am boys. I'll put links in description to CHewitt Racing and Next Gen Racing as well. So Next Gen are the sim racing group, and CHewitt Racing actually race minis and Ford cars and things. So go check them out on Facebook, give them a like, tell them who sent you. Oh, I'm all tangled up. There we go, that's better. Yeah, so a little bit of a break now, just while we, well, settings are already changed, but while we have ciggies and drinks, etc. Toilet breaks. So a bit of time to chat to you guys. Or is it only me? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll check my emails, see if Clichés sent me something. No. I thought you were sending me something, Cliché. Oh, I can imagine Potomac Pot's kicking himself, and Zuzim's in fact after that race. Potomac Pot, oh, and Pav in fact. Potomac Pot sticking it in the wall or getting it wrong. In the first section of the track, just gifted it to Zuzim's. Zuzim's did exactly the same thing, gifted it to Pav. Pav got it all wrong coming into the hairpin, and just allowed Don Dotter to sneak through. And he managed to keep that big old gap right to the end of the race. So it's a half an hour race for race 2, approximately 30 laps ish. I've still got stickers available, people. Want a couple of stickers? Let me know. darksmoker@googlemail.com. Obviously don't just send an email saying I want stickers, because I'll just put them in an envelope and leave them on my desk here. have to give me a little bit of a clue, as in your address, because I can't send them back via email. Or to email, if Pav's listening. So that's going to put a dent in Potter's points for this this championship. He's currently leading with a big old gap, with Pav, Don Dotter and Zuzim's all beating him. It's not great for Zuzim's either, really, with that mistake, allowing Don Dotter to take maximum points in this one. So I am thinking of doing like a like an open lobby, just messing about, question and answer stream thing. So I'll just open a lobby, put some random races on, random people could join, get involved with the racing, but you know, a bit of a question and answer on YouTube as well. Find out a bit more about me, I can find out a bit more about you. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I'm thinking about it. So some of the drivers getting little sneaky laps out. Who's that going to be? Bigsy probably. He didn't get many in quali. Now we may be seeing Scar Wars for race 2. Myla Tyler's in the house. You got your wheel working, Myla? What's going on here? Scar Wars. I think Scar Wars is the guy in the hotel room. So yes, he is in his lobby, but he forgot his game. He's had to download it, which is taking like a millennia. So if he joins, if Scar Wars joins, he'll be playing on pad from a hotel room. Interesting. What's going on with your wheel, Myla Tyler, unless you've decided to play on pad as well? So Cuddle's just telling everyone get to track for race 2. So is Myla Tyler in? He is. So maybe done a hard reset or smashed his wheel with a hammer. Who knows? Threatened it with being chucked out the window. It sometimes works, I'll tell you that. So I think just waiting for Potter McPot to get in the room. Here he is. So we're going to have 8 drivers on track, unless Scar Wars is a super late arrival. So into race 2 for you people tonight. It's a reverse grid race of race 1 plus Myla Tyler. Times 10 tyre wear, times 8 fuel depletion. They start with 70 litres. A 30-minuter for you guys, so approximately 30 laps. They're getting about a minute laps, so As your order then, Myler Tyler takes pole position. Cuddles won't be happy about that. Cuddles in second, Bigsy third, Potter McPot fourth, Cutler fifth, Pav sixth, Zuzim is seventh, and Don Dotter at the back in eighth from the win in race one. So they're off. A bit of wheel spin from Myler Tyler by the look of it. He's got away pretty cleanly though, still holding that P1 position. Bigsy's going for a move around the outside of him though. So he's been swamped. Myler Tyler back to the back. Oh, I think he's dropped himself back because he got chucked in pole position. But Cuddles then leads them through. There's a big pack, look like a pack of little ducklings chasing Mum down. They did. Cutler into second. So let's just keep an eye on them through here. Everyone keeping it on track. So Cuddle still leads then, Cutler in second, Bigsy third, under pressure now from Zuzims and Pav. Potter McPot now pressuring Pav as well. He's got past Pav. He's down the inside, he's looking to make a move on Zuzims as well. So Pav into sixth, Don Dotter seventh, Myler Tyler at the back of the pack in eighth. So it does sound like Don Dotter's still got a bit of glitching going on. I can hear some tyre screeching. So Cutler then fighting out for P1 with Cuddles as they head into this first turn for the second lap. So taking the lead then Cutler. But Cuddles has got a bit of a run on him. And unfortunately Cutler's run himself on the sand. That slowed him down, that slowed Cuddles down and allowed Bigsy just to sneak through. So Bigsy up into P1 then. Cutler also holding a penalty from that bit of off-track action. There's a couple of drivers behind holding penalties. Cuddles has run himself off track though. So that's his race done for now. Zuzim's up into third position. He's got Pav 46 for company right now. Potter McPot 1.2 seconds back. So it looks like Potter McPot's... Oh, he's picked up a massive penalty as Potter. So that's going to put a dent in his race at the start. Don Dotter in sixth, Cuddles then just watch him running himself off track seventh. Coming under pressure now from Myler Tyler down this start finish straight. Not able to take that position. Cuddles going defensive. Zuzims has made it through the melee up into first place. A bit of a penalty still. Cutler into second. Bigsy third now. Cutler's run himself wide through that corner for the second time. That's put him under pressure from the guys behind. Potter McPot's back in that melee as well. So he's managed to get past Bigsy and Pav up into third. So looking to chase down Cutler, who's run himself wide through the last turn. That's going to give Potter second place, not quite. But he's right on his rear bumper now as they head down the start-finish straight. Pav 46 in fourth, 0.3 of a second back from Potter McPot. And a quarter of a second back is NGR Bigsy. And Don Dotter about the same. So Potter McPot looking dangerous on NGR Cutler there. Bigsy just running a little bit wide, putting a wheel on the grass. Zuzim starting to run away with it. 2.2 second lead over NGR Cutler currently. Potter McPot up into third. 0.3 of a second back. He's run himself wide through there though as Potter is back on track into that third position. He's managed to keep his speed up as well. So that was a bit of driving there from Potter McPot. Now he's looking to make a move on Cutler. So nearly three wide as they head up into this hairpin. So Potter and Cutler trying to drop their penalty there. Then that's allowing Pav to sneak in. So they're three wide running up this start-finish straight. Nearly four wide when Don Dotter gets involved. Cutler and Potter and Pot side by side. Pav's in there as well. He's under pressure now from Don Dotter. So Pav's run himself wide. He was going for a dive down the inside, but Potter's managed to make the most of that. He's up into second position. Don Dotter's made his way through as well. He's in third, but he's got some sliding sideways ghosty action going on there. Bit of lag from Don Dotter. He puts himself in front of NGR Cutler. Potter McPot looking to lose that penalty. He's just been overtaken by Don Dotter. I think just trying to drop that penalty has allowed Don Dotter through. So Potter and Cutler both losing their penalty through there. Potter getting a good line out of that turn. So back onto Don Dotter's rear end. Half a second between those two. Coming down slowly. NGR Cutler in fourth then. 0.3 of a second back from Potter. Big gap back to Bigsy now. 5 seconds back to NGR. Bigsy in fifth. Poor old Pav 1.7 seconds back in sixth position. Marla Tyler 7th. Who have we lost? Okay, we've lost Cuddles. So Zuzim's starting to make a massive break now. 5 seconds he's got over Don Dotter in second. Potter McPot now third. Big gap back to NGR Cutler in fourth. 3 seconds. Bigsy in fifth. Pav in sixth. Marla Tyler at the back in seventh. As I say, losing Cuddles in this one. So Don Dotter and Potter McPot, closest battle on track currently. Zuzim's currently holding fastest lap. So Zuzim's out on the softs, doing a pretty good job on those. As with Don Dotter on the softs, actually Potter McPot's mediums look slightly more worn, especially that right one. Yeah, some big glitches coming from Don Dotter. Losing a bit of time then to the top three. Bigsy starting to come under pressure from Pav. Pav back up to race pace, although those softs are looking pretty beaten up. Will he come in the pits? No, he stays out by the look of it. Yes, he does. Looking to get that position off of Bigsy before he comes in. Bigsy chucks himself over to the left-hand side of the track. Avoid the toe from Pav. Pav's going a lot quicker though. So straight through for Pav up into fifth. So he's now 2.7, 2.8 seconds back from NGR Cutler. Closing in slowly. We'll keep our eye on that fight. He's still got Bigsy second back. Marla Tyler now 8 seconds at the back of the pack. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know whether you got your wheel sorted, mate, or whether you're actually on the old pad right now. Zuzim stretching that gap up to 5.8 seconds. Don Dotter and Potter McPot. Again, that's about the closest fight on track. So Zuzim's out front, just extended slightly up to that 6 second mark. Yeah, as I say, Don Dotter's got some good results in this championship so far. Duco, how you doing, mate? Yeah, Potter's not had a great start. Race 1, he was leading it and then chucked himself into the wall. He's just driven himself off track there as well. So put himself down into 5th or 4th, I can't remember, one of them two. And now he's just lost a bit of time. Zuzim's and Don Dotter now. Got a bit of glitching from Don going on though. I don't know whether that's affected anyone's race. I'm sure we'd have heard about it by now. Season's just extended 6.3 seconds. So almost out of fuel as well. He might get one more lap in. Say these are short laps, they're only a minute long. They're doing 101s at the minute. Zuzim's currently with fastest lap, 101.3. So Don Dotter about out of fuel as well. Throwing that mini sideways into the hairpin. Potter McPot lost a bit of time to him. His tyres are looking a bit raggedy as well. So he's decided to come in the pits. I'll see what sort of strategies people play out. So Zuzim's also in the pits. Cutler stays out. So he does do well on tyre and fuel wear, does Cutler. His tyres looking pretty healthy. He's going to get one more lap out of that fuel. So pretty much all drivers coming in on this lap. 10 minutes into the race. Zuzim's back out on the softs. Potter McPot out on the mediums. So he has taken on just under 3/4 of a tank. That's allowed him to jump in front of Don Dotter. Again, big glitches from Don. So Bigsy in 5th then, come out on the fresh set of racing mediums. Pav also out on the set of racing mediums. Full tank of gas for him. Marta Tyler also mediums, full tank. So Cutler then coming into the pits this lap. That's perfect timing. He's pretty much going to run out of fuel as he enters the pits now. So he's got 1 litre of fuel on board. Well played there, Cutler. So Zuzim's just comes around the last turn. Oh, that's Potter McPot. So Zuzim's back up into P1, 8-second lead over Potter McPot in P2. Don Dotter P3, Cuddle's just being released from the pits. So he keeps that from P4 position. Bigsy just coming past the pit wall now in 5th. He also took on 3/4 of a tank. So Pav in 5th, 3 seconds back is Pav. He did take on a full tank. So he's just got to make those tyres last and see how long he can get through this one. While Tyler now 14 seconds back. As I say, he was out last week due to no wheel. It all went wrong for him. Switched itself off and stuff. He said he was out this week because of his wheel, and here he is racing in race 2. So maybe he's got it sorted, who knows. Oh, he's off wide there though. Needs a bit more time. So back up to P1 man Zuzim's, extending that gap to 8.6 now over Potter McPot. Potter McPot coming under a bit of pressure from Don Dotter now though. Made a bit of a gap over him in the pits. So let's go on board from Don Dotter's point of view as he looks to take that P2 position off of Potter McPot. You can see he's closing in on him. Again, that glitching is not good from Don Dotter. Early braking into the hairpin then from Potter McPot. So these minis are running 220 brake this season. Last season they were running 150 brake, but the lobby's being split. The pros have jumped up to 220, whereas the pro am lobby is 150. So Don Dotter looking to make a move on Potter McPot into turn 1. Again, he's just had to back out of that one. Got to compromise both their races, so Potter McPot keeps that P2 position. But this battling is allowing Zuzim's to extend his gap now up to 9.6 seconds. Don Dotter going for a move down the inside into this one. Again, backs out of it. He's putting Potter under some serious pressure for this race. Different lines there for Potter and Don. Potter's going to get a better run out the turn though. So just able to extend that gap between himself and Don Dotter a little bit. That's 5.4 seconds back to Cutler in 4th position. Pav unfortunately not managed to close the gap on him, 9.5 seconds back at the minute. Bigsy in 6th. He's lost a bit of time, he was only a second back from Pav. Tyler just losing more and more time. So I may as well stick with this little fight then. This seems where it's all kicking off on track. Potter and Pot been under some serious pressure now from Don Dotter for probably about 10 laps, if not more. Some close racing in race 1 as well, until all 3 of the race leaders decided to bin it and gift the race win to Don Dotter. So Potter was winning. He was leading the race with Zuzims in 2nd, Pav in 3rd. Potter got it wrong, gifted it to Zuzims, and then Zuzims got it wrong, gifted it to Pav, and then Pav got it wrong and gifted it to Don Dotter. So winning race 1 for Don, currently in 3rd in this one. As I say, been putting Potter under some serious pressure. They're running side by side down the hill then. Don Dotter sneaking through, taking that position off of Potter. So it looks like he'd been lining that one up for a while. Yeah, some quite naughty glitching going on from Don. Potter McPot is right on Don Dotter's rear bumper as they head up the start and finish straight. He's got a good toe. So he chucks himself out to the left. He's got the inside line into turn 1. So he's back up into P2 currently. He does keep it on track, but Don Dotter's got a great run out of that first turn. He will keep the inside line into this next turn. It looks like he's already got the car ahead anyway. So those tight lines are just stopping Potter McPot making a bit of a dive down the inside. Maybe a little bit too far back for this hairpin as well. On the grass for Potter. So Cutler then 4.3 seconds. Pav unfortunately losing more time to Cutler, now 10.3 seconds back. And Bigsy 7 seconds back in 6th place. While Tyler running at the back 20 seconds down at the minute. So Zuzim's extending to 12.5 seconds. Don Dotter still fended off Potter McPot. So we will go on board with Don Dotter and look at Potter McPot's attempts to try and get past him. So they run up the hill then towards this hairpin. Different lines through there. Potter McPot trying to get his nose just down the inside of Don's car there. So he's chucked himself in the pits anyway as Potter. So he's thrown himself out of that fight for now. Don's still got a quarter of a tank, so he's got plenty of time left to run. His tyres are looking a little bit beaten up though, those racing softs. Let's go and have a look at Zuzim's. His softs are doing alright actually. Just under a quarter of a tank for himself. So Pav promotes himself up into 3rd currently. He's got just under half a tank. Slightly beaten up mediums, but he will have to stop for less time in the pits when he does stop. carrying more fuel in this first pit stop. He's run himself wide though. He's still in third, but that's going to slow him down dramatically. Potter McPot's going to close in on him. He is. That was 5.7. It's now down to 3.7. So Zuzim's and Don Dotter both in the pits now. Zuzim's finished filling up with fuel. That should last until the end. Don Dotter, so still taking on board fuel, not been released yet. So that's him out. So he does get out in front of Potter McPot. So Potter's now got 3.3 second. Oh no, that gap's changing. Hold on. So down to a second and a half between Potter and Don Dotter then. So 9 minutes remaining. Approximately 9 laps left. Yes, Baggy is. He's lost a bit of time to Don Dotter, but only a second. Oh, maybe a little bit more now he's driven himself on the grass. So Don Dotter in second then. Potter's not able to close the gap on him. It was 1.5 when they came out of the pits. Or when Don Dotter came out of the pits. Oh, it's back down to 1.5 now. Just stretching out a tiny little bit though is Don. .6 seconds, so 8 minutes remaining. Cutler in 4th position, Pav in 5th. Let's just have a look at, yeah, Cutler's got plenty of fuel on board. Pav also looking to run to the end. Myler Tyler then, he's got past Bigsy. Bigsy's in the pits, taking on board all his fuel. So back out of the pits then, back of the pack. 7 seconds down from Myler Tyler in 6th. But he may have to come in right at the end for a bit of fuel, we'll see. So Zuzim's extending again up to 12.1. Don Dotter also extending over Potter, he's got 2.3 now. And 2.4, so Potter's got it wrong somewhere. Still a big gap back to Cutler though. Pav is slowly closing in on Cutler. Whether he's able to take that whole 3 seconds off of him in 7 laps. He's got it down to 2.7 already. Alright, we'll keep an eye on that. So Myler Tyler up into 6th then. As I say, he may have to come in the pits right at the end for a little bit of fuel just to get him across the line. He's got 8.7 over Bigsy currently, but he will lose a bit of that due to the tyre wear. Bigsy's out on a fresh set, possibly holding a little bit too much fuel as well there, Bigsy. So Zuzim's keeping it around the 12 seconds mark. Almost take it a little bit easy now. Don Dotter extending over Potter. Oh, Potter's just run himself wide as well onto the sand. That's going to slow him down even more. So that gap to 4 seconds now between Don and Potter. And NGR Cutler losing again, a bit more time to Potter. That's coming down a little bit. Pav's still not out of this one. He's still got that 2.7 gap to close. So Myler Tyler has decided to come in the pits for his fuel this lap then. So he's released now. So he's back at the back of the pack. Just watch Bigsy coming around the first turn there. Myler Tyler just coming into it. So 7.6 seconds. Myler Tyler now back from NGR Bigsy, just being lapped by Zuzim there as well. So Potter Pot's struggling come the end of this race. He's now got 6.3 second gap to Don Dotter in second. He's lost time to Cutler as well. That's 8.7 seconds. Pav also closed the gap. That's 2.1 seconds now. No threat from behind currently. Bigsy 28 seconds back in 6th place. Myler Tyler 6 seconds back from him. That gap coming down as well. Again, not quick enough. So yeah, big gap starting to spread out. So Pav closing that gap down a little bit more, down to the 2-second mark now. So 4 minutes remaining, approximately 4 laps. That gap back up to 2.1 though. What? Ah. Okay. So looks like we've been kicked out of the lobby, or the lobby's shut, or internet's died, or something. But yeah, we've been booted. That's a shame. That's the end of that one then. Zuzim's won it. He was way out in front anyway, with 4 laps left. That was definitely going to be his race. So my phone is going crackers right now. I can imagine. I don't know why, but we all got booted out. The lobby's still open. Wow. There you go. So Cuddle's just popping up saying he was room host, and his internet just went down. So we all got oofed out the lobby. That's a shame. But yeah, Zuzim's won that one quite comfortably, I think. I think the pack points are going to be dished out anyway, with only 4 laps remaining. Don Dotter, good second place for him. Potter McPot in 3rd. Cutler in 4th. Bigsy in 5th. It was Pav in 5th. Bigsy in 6th, and Myler Tyler in 7th. So yeah, booted out the lobby. That's not good. So let's just have a little look at points. I forget how many points you get, but that's gonna chuck Zuzim's right up there. Definite second position for him. Don Dotter, again, good points, winning the first race. He gets about 21 points, I think. And then second place in race 2, another 18. Yeah, that's going to chuck him right up the field as well. Pav will be spitting, Potter McPot will be spitting after race 1. Potter McPot back in the lobby suggesting a 4-lap shootout, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's pretty much where it's going to end there. So yes, I have still got stickers left, people. Oh, we have actually been booted out of the lobby this time, all right. 2 in a row. Is the lobby even still open? Yeah. Just doesn't like us. Yeah, some good racing tonight. Not many in the lobby, but some good racing anyway. Minis always are. I hope to get some more drivers back next week. Get some better racing on track for you guys. Not that I'm saying this wasn't bad racing, but it's always better when there's more people on track. So, yeah, I'm pretty much going to end it there, people. Let me just run through what's coming up. So, 8:30 on Wednesday, we've got the Team versus Team GR3 event, hosted by NextGen, sponsored by Team Oliver Racing. Thursday at 9 o'clock, I've got P1RC's Renault Megane Trophy Cup. That's also been a popular league. Very full lobbies most weeks. GTTCC's finished currently, but I am entered into a GR4, GR3 season, which GT Delhi B will be hosting, so keep your eye out for that on a Friday. Sunday night, back with the P1 boys again for the Super Formulas. They're pretty much Formula One cars, so yes, come and check that out. It's a rejig of the season, so it's quite a fresh season. All the points have been reset, so come and check that out at 9 o'clock on Sunday night. And that's pretty much me. You know what's coming next? Tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of it.